try to keep the back of the pack saddle even with the back of the pad. The pad has a tendency of sliding back. We keep the backs even. Bridging down. Make this knot, make a loop like that, push it up through there, and bring it down like that. That way if you get into an emergency, you have to unsaddle quick, you can just pull right there, everything's loose. Britching should be slanted a little bit upwards to fit right in here. About halfway between here and here is where you want your britching. Slanted upward just a tad bit.
And what about the snugness to the mule's rear end too? Maybe talk a little bit about that.
I like when you can get a hand in there like that. Get it too tight, you'll wear a scab on their hind end there. But still, you don't want it so loose that it's not doing anything. So if you can get a hand in there about like that, that's about right.
Yep. Okay.
I like to take my rope, get my loop, throw the other end out there, get that ready, and get your load out in the center, maybe up towards the top just a little bit. Bottom up, pull your corners in. Bring this over, pull this corner up, fold that over, so it's about a little over halfway there. Bring these corners in a little bit. Bring this over, that's your rain fly. Fold this over. First loop close to the top. Pull that tight. Put a knot in there. Put a half hitch over it. Then start at the bottom here. Just get your load up on your knees. Half hitch in there. Get it up to the center where you got a nice straight line. Throw another half hitch.
And when you're doing that, you kind of want to have it actually a little bit off to the side until you tighten it, so when you tighten it, it's in a nice straight line, right?
Like so you got a nice straight line there. Back up here, go around this rope, that'll hold your ropes in place. load that has various packs in it, I'll maybe do 4 half hitches on here and maybe get each one of them ropes to hold them in place.
Right.
Then flip your pack over. Just pull a little loop through there and then use the weight of your pack. Tighten that rope. Pull loop through loop. Put a half hitch on there. And it's the mani load.
Okay.
To get rid of the extra rope, I'll usually do a daisy chain. And then just tuck the ends in like that.
Okay, ready to tie it on a mule.
Load the mule, I'll check the cinch again. Pull it a little tighter. Get your rope down. Pull the loop in here. Like to spread it out. Stuck the extra under the britchin. Get your load with the rain fly on top. That loop around there and pull your bottom rope. The tighter you get that load on the mule, the better it's gonna ride. Usually I'll go underneath like this, kind of work it a little bit. You go up over top of the rope, just push a loop through there, and just pull that tight. And then you pull a loop through there. That's called the basket hitch, because it sets in like a basket. I like the loads up to where most of your weight is going to be right here, right there on your pack board, not hanging way down here or up here where it can really rock. Just find a nice happy medium there. Then you take this loop, pull it out, just get the bottom of your loop through your ring on the cinch. Take the end of your rope, bring it up through there, and then pull that tight and push your pack down as you pull that tight. That's called the crow's foot. If you look at it, it comes down in 3 different, it's called the crow's foot. Tie that off up there, just push a loop through there, pull that, put a half hitch on that, and there it is. With the extra rope, I'll usually go back here, push a loop through there, pull that tight on there, just do a daisy chain, and then just tuck my end in somewhere where it's not hanging down.
Okay. Okay.
And when you go take your load off, get your end, you just pull it like that, everything pops loose. Undo your half hitch here, pull that, pull this rope through, get your loop out of there, pull that up to there, get your extra rope under the britchin, just pop that off, back like that, there it is.
Okay.
Bag loads, same deal. You get your ropes down, you get a big loop here, put your hanger bag weights on there.
And ideally, if we had weight in those, you'd have somebody holding that one while you put the other side on, right?
Yes.
Just so it doesn't turn on the mule.
And then a top load. Top loads, I don't like to get them too heavy. You get them too heavy, you got a lot of weight swinging up there on top. About 25 to 30 pounds maximum. Then the top load, throw that on top, like that. And you bring your strap and your panda bag over top. I like to stay close to the mule when I walk behind him. Maybe keep your hand on his rump. Walk around. If you're walking around like you're scared, he's probably going to think there's a reason and he's going to be scared. So just stay close to the mule. Bring your strap over right over the top of your top load. Cinch that down. Try to make sure your top load is centered nice. Get your cover tarp. I like to start in the front with the cover tarp so I don't pull it up over and scare the mule. I'll lay it over his neck. That cover tarp on there, try to get it centered. Looks like you got it centered. I'll take this, tuck it in underneath top load and in behind the ring. Same thing in the front. Go up here. Tuck it in, like that, and then I'll lift my bag up, tuck your corner in, get that nice and tight around your pack, same thing on the back, get that tucked in, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll do the basket hitch first. Come up around my load about there, pull this tight, and same thing, get that as tight as you can, bring it up underneath, throw a loop through there, pull that tight, give yourself a loop. And this hitch, I'm not sure what it's called, but we call it the Dan's hitch. So you get a pretty big loop, and you take your end that's tight on the knot, not the loose end, but the tight one, and you take it around the bottom of the bag, and up over your top pack. Now here you have to pull this end of the rope, you have to pull it through there. Loop big enough here, loop that over the top pack, pull that tight, bring it down, around, and bring it around the bottom of your bag, pull that tight, through your cinch ring, pull that tight in against the mule, and tie off. Like that, put a half hitch over that, and then again just take your extra rope. I might just go right here, tuck it in right here, do a little daisy chain, and just tuck that end in under that rope. You tie the other side the same way, and your top pack, the weight of your pack will hang on your top load. So that kind of keeps everything there.
Keeps it tight and keeps it centered, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's not the way everybody does it, but that's the way I like to do it.
Yep.
It really seems to work.
Okay. All right, Roxy, you did a good job.
Pull this tight. Go to about the bottom of the saddle. I always like to go in from the back. That way when you pull your ropes out, you can always pull them back. You don't have to try to figure out. If everybody does it the same, it works the best. And then you just take your end, wrap it around. And then tuck your end up and over that rope. Tuck it in there. That'll keep your wraps from sliding down and coming loose when you're running empty on the trail. That'll hold that right there. Same deal. Bottom of the saddle, go in from the back. Take your end, wrap it around, go over top of that, bring it down, pull it tight. And to unsaddle, take the breast collar down, throw it up there, loosen the cinch a little bit. Strap, the latigo will take about there, bring it up from the back, get that about even, and then just tie a saddle knot in it. That way in the morning when you go to saddle, you can undo the saddle knot, get your cinch, go through there, and you're ready to go.
Yep.
So grab it like that, go up the back, bring it down about even, and then just tie a saddle knot in it. And then we like to bring the breeching up on top of the saddle so it's not dragging through the dirt. We'll take the breeching up, throw it in the saddle, get your cinch, get your breast collar through the ring, the D-ring of the saddle, through the cinch ring, and through the back ring of the saddle. That way there's nothing hanging down in the dirt.
All right, we're done.